For going up and going down?
No, he's thankful for the game. I'm gonna play. Yeah.
For the game?
Yeah, you too. Yeah, hi. He's thankful for you, and he's thankful for you and the Most High.
Oh, thank you, baby. Turn around, put your hands down. What about you, Elijah? What you thankful for? I'm sorry. Noah, what are you thankful for, baby?
To see another day.
To see another day? To see another day. Good. Elijah, what you thankful for?
I'm thankful to see another day and to be again in kids class. To be in kids class again, and for us to make a safe trip back to drop our grandma to come back safely.
Fine. But I can tell you how that he made us come back safely, right? Okay. Aslyn, what are you thankful for? Teaching you. Okay, baby. Ezekiel, what are you thankful for? Thank you, baby. What about you, Jada? What you thankful for? Ooh, girl, did you bring me some? That's the real question. That is the real question right there. Okay, you had some good food, Khan. What about you, Mina? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for you for teaching us and for my mom.
Khan, and the Most High? Where's the Most High, y'all?
Here.
Yeah, in your hearts? Is he in your minds?
Yeah.
Khan. Good answers, everybody. Let's go with the sisters. Sister Rosa, what you thankful for?
I'm thankful for the Most High and to be able to see another day.
Aren't we all thankful, huh? How about you, Sister Asharaya?
I'm thankful to be here with all of you and putting forth the work that the Most High is asking us and requiring us to do willingly.
Con. Really good answers. And for me, I'm thankful for, the Most High protecting us, going back down to the valley, and keeping us protected with all the spirits around us, not just in the valley, but everywhere. Getting us safe each and every single day, each and every single minute. The Most High's grace. I'm thankful for His grace. It's beautiful. Right? Okay. So today, we're going to learn about Daniel and the lion's den. We're going to learn what we've been learning. What we've been learning about the men in the Bible. And we're going to learn today, who can tell me a little recap of what y'all been learning? Mina.
About the
that was a trick question, right? You see? That was a trick question.
I forgot the one.
But hold on. But what? We forgot something. Who can tell me what we forgot? Who's paying attention? Who has their thinking hat on? Noah, had your hand up first.
We've been learning about Goliath.
Okay, no, but there's one thing. Okay, Khan, but there's one thing that we missed that we're supposed to be doing. I just want to see who's thinking, who's actually paying attention. Jada. Oh, I love that, but no. Elijah.
10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, y'all. You see? We're supposed to be going over the 10 Commandments. Come on now. Let's do it. Who can tell me where do we find the 10 Commandments at? Jada.
Exodus.
Exodus what?
Exodus chapter
Ooh, girl, good job. Air high five.
I knew that.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Noah. Start us off.
The Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of thy neighbor, of the fathers, upon the earth, for the children of to the third and fourth generation of them that and
Chewy, yes, that's right. You got it.
and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltiness that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all they works. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou thou shalt not do any word
Go ahead and pick up, Elijah. Good job, Noah.
thou nor thy son nor thy daughter,
Let's read loud.
thou nor thy son nor thy daughter, thy manservant nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that's within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
On the water. Good job, Noah. Your reading is improving, buddy. Soon you're just gonna be the new one that's gonna be taking over our reading, huh? Yeah. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, we're gonna go over the story of Daniel and the lion's den. We're gonna go over, thank you, baby. We're gonna go over a story, but in all the stories, we're gonna see how the Most High protects us. Just like how we've been going in every other story, right? Okay, so let's go to Daniel chapter 6 and verse 1.
Daniel chapter 6, verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom.
Okay, so let's pay attention because I'm going to be asking questions. Okay, it's okay, baby. You can just hear, okay? If you can't find it, what I want you to do is hear, okay? That's going to be the most important thing, is to listen. What is going to be the most important thing?
Listen.
Okay, so everybody sit down. Let's have everybody sit. Okay? So King Darius set how many princes?
120 princes.
Not princesses, not the girls, men. Okay, continue.
Which should be over the whole kingdom.
They're going to be over a little bit of the kingdom?
The
whole kingdom, right. Continue.
And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage.
Fine. Okay, continue.
And this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Okay, stop. Stop. Daniel was set. What was Daniel's job right here? What did the king do for Daniel? You're reading it, buddy.
He set him over the princess and the president.
To be in charge of them. To be in charge of them, right? Okay, let's close our Bibles. Hold on. Not yeah, sit y'all's Bibles down. We'll put it right here, okay? Let's put it right here. I'm sorry, baby. Right there. Good job. Okay? I want my readers to have it open, and everybody else still, I want y'all to listen, okay? So Daniel, read verse 3 again, please.
Verse 3. And then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and the princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Ooh. There was what kind of spirit? There was what kind of spirit, class?
A good spirit.
I don't think it said good.
No. An
Excellent spirit. So it wasn't good. They didn't say good, because good is good. But they said an excellent spirit. Right? That's why he was made. That's why he was chosen to be in charge of all of them. Because the king knew. The king saw that he had what type of spirit?
An excellent spirit.
An excellent spirit. Right. Okay, read verse 4.
Verse 4. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they couldn't find none occasion nor fault. For so much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
Ooh. So Daniel was made ruler. Well, not ruler, but he was made to be in charge of them, right? Of the presidents and the princes. And then they got jealous. They got jealous. Read verse 4, but read it loud and proud.
Verse 4. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel.
Ooh, they sought to find occasion against Daniel. Who knows what that means? Who knows what that means? What do you think that they're doing? What do you think that these men are doing? They have jealousy in their heart. Put your thinking brains on. They had jealousy in their heart. Who does it oh, I see all the hands going up. Who does this remind you of?
I know.
Who does this remind you of?
I know.
Okay, go ahead, Noah.
The colorful coat story.
Right, you hit, yep. Good job, baby. Good job. They had jealousy in their heart. Right? were jealous. They were jealous that Daniel, here in this story, that Daniel was going to be in charge of them. They didn't want that, right?
No.
They didn't want that.
No.
Okay, read verse 4 one more time, please.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault, for so much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
So they tried so hard, so hard to look at Daniel and find fault in him so they can tell the king. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. So if you're jealous of somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to find fault, a lot of times when you're talking to one of your friends or your sister or your brother, you can say, you know what? You hating on me. You're hating on me. You're jealous of me. You hating on me. You ever heard that? Somebody say, you hating on me. That means you're jealous of me. You want to be like me, right? You hating on me. I remember we used to say that when we were younger. Somebody would be outside playing basketball, and then they would just keep making all of the baskets, and then they'd be like, oh man, look at the way he shoots. Look at the way Noah shoots. And then you turn around and I say, whoa, I see a jealous thing going on. He's hating on my son. He's hating on him. Look at that jumper, right? So they're trying to find faults in them, right? Anything that they can. They even make things up that aren't true, right? When you're jealous of someone else.
Con, right? Okay, continue.
Then said
Where are you at?
Verse 5. Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of God, of his God.
Ooh. They cannot find anything against Daniel. But what does the last precept say?
Except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
Who's his God? Mina.
The Most High.
Exactly. The Most High. And it's going to explain what that means when we go over as we keep reading the story. Noah, can you pick up at verse 6 for me, please?
Then these persons and presidents and princes assembled to the king, together to the king, and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever.
Okay, so good job. What they're saying, the presidents and the princes, now they're going to come and sweet talk. Now they're going to come and sweet talk the king. They're saying, King Darius, yeah, you king, mighty man right there, live forever. Right? Read verse 7 for me, buddy.
All the persons of the presidents, all the kingdoms and the presidents, the governors and the princess have the counselors together and the captains have consulted and to
Elijah, go ahead and help it, buddy.
yes, ma'am, have consulted together.
I read it from the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. Daniel chapter 6, verse 7. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains had consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
Ooh, hold on. I don't think y'all understand what they're doing here. So they're tricking King Darius, right? Remember what it said in verse 5. It said, I'm going to read it one more time. Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. So now in verse 7, remember they're sweet talking the king. They're saying, King Darius, live forever. Now in verse 7, they're telling him he should make a law. For 30 days, they should make a law that no one should be praying to their God, only the king. Right? That's what they're doing. And we'll find out why are they doing it. Who can tell me, just by these little verses, let me see how y'all are thinking. Who can tell me why they're doing this? Elijah, I know you know. Go ahead, go first.
Because they want to because they're jealous of Daniel.
Okay.
And they want to find something bad that he's doing, so they're making this law to seem that he's doing something bad.
Not quite. Noah?
Because they're jealous and they want him not to be king. And they want to be king.
Not quite. There's so many reasons, right? There's so many reasons that you can think of. There's so many reasons. Sit down right there. Okay, so now they're gonna have the king make this law. For how long?
30 days.
For 30 days.
30 days.
Okay, and what can they do for 30 days? Noah.
They can't pray to their God.
Ooh.
Besides the kings.
Khan. Read verse 8.
Verse 8. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Okay, so they're telling them, sign this. Once you sign this, it cannot be altered. That means it cannot be changed. That means, right? That means once the king signs it, that's it. Whoever they find praying to their God, they're going to throw him where? No. Ozzy, put your shoe down.
In the pit.
No. Raise your hands. Where are they going to throw him, Mina?
In the pit of lions.
The lion's den. Right. They're going to throw him in the lion's den. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Why is it crazy? Mina.
Because they're not praying to the God, and they're making a law about the people.
You want me to hear? I think it's crazy because the lion's den. Lions. That's where a lot of big scary.
Thousands of lions.
I have no clue.
And back then, the lions were real big. These animals were big.
Oh, that's right. Right, they're not
tiny ones like nowadays. They're
exactly. Yes, Noah.
I was watching this one video and it showed a crow bigger than a human.
A crow?
Yeah, in like the 80s.
Really?
And there's owls nowadays, real big. They're like tall as that.
Yeah. Especially when they spread their wings. So you can imagine a lion. Let's see. A lion with its teeth, right? The big old teeth. Big old lion. Like, have y'all seen a stocky pit bull?
Yeah.
Like a pit bull that has a lot of muscles, or like
Yeah.
a pit bull dog,
Yeah.
or like not even a pit bull dog, a big dog. Have y'all seen one?
No.
Okay, and what did you feel when you see one? Did you get scared? Did you want to go touch it?
No. Yes.
You want to go touch it?
No.
Okay, Con.
Back like when there was dinosaurs, there was an alligator that could eat a T-Rex.
Ooh,
Here.
that is scary. That is scary. An alligator that could eat a T-Rex.
I was watching this movie called 10,000. We're watching it, and it's where these people are hunting, and there's like a saber-toothed tiger, like this big, up to right here, up to my chest,
Oh, like is it like the?
and its
Okay.
teeth are real big.
Okay, so let's leave that out. Let's picture a cave, like a cave with all. Have y'all gone to the zoo?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen a.
Okay, so you've seen movies, right? Where they had lions, and I'm not talking about Lion King. Leave Lion King out of this. I'm talking about scary actual lions. Sit down right. Sit down right. Lions. Scary. I personally would be scared. I'll be like, oh no, I'm about to die today. Oh Lord Jesus. Right?
Yeah.
Let's read that one more time. Elijah, please.
Which one? Verse 9?
No, verse 8.
Verse 8.
I'm sorry, verse 9.
Verse 9. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now what Daniel...
Okay, he signed the writing and the decree. But see, you got to think of what King Darius was doing. Remember, King Darius made Daniel in charge of everybody. He doesn't know that these princes and these presidents are up to no good. He's thinking that they're helping. He's thinking, oh, this sounds good. That, yeah, I'm going to do this, right? Forgetting about Daniel, he knows it. He knows Daniel had praise to the Most High. So forgetting about all of that, he has them in their ears, like, oh, do this, live forever. They're sweet talking him. So they can have him sign this. Once he signs this decree and put this in law, nothing can change it. Right?
Yeah.
So continue. Verse 10, please.
Verse 10. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime.
Stop. So Daniel knew that the king signed this. Daniel knew that the king signed, whoever prays to their God will be thrown in the lion's den. Hold on, 1 second. Pay attention. So that he knew this, right? And what did Daniel do? Did Daniel say, oh man, I can't pray to the Most High for 30 days? Because the king signed this and made a law for 30 days. Did he stop praying to the Most High?
No.
He didn't, right? What did he do? Noah.
He found out his knees 4 times.
No, three times. Yes. And did he just bow down, or what did he do?
Bow down.
Mina.
He also prayed.
He also prayed. He did what the king signed. That said, you cannot pray to your God for 30 days. Exactly. He still prayed. He's like, nope, this is not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna pray to the Most High. Because he had what? Jada.
He had faith in the
He had faith in the Most High. He had faith in the Most High. This is not gonna stop me. Ashraya.
And he did what Sister Mercy taught y'all a couple of weeks ago. He was standing up for
Righteousness.
Hold on. He stood up for right. He's like, this is not gonna stop me. Continue.
Verse 11. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God.
Ooh. Remember what it said in verse 5. We will find no fault. Right? In verse 5, they said, we shall not find anything against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. And now verse 11 says, then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Do you think, let's pay attention, do you think that, Jada, close your legs, baby. Do you think that it was a mistake that it was by accident that these men found Daniel praying?
No.
Why, Jada, since you said no first?
Because he needs to pray to his God, just like we have holy days every single day.
Right. Mina, you're going to say something. What were you going to say?
I was about to say when you said the lion.
The lion's den when the king made the law?
Yeah, I said I was scared because lions eat like us.
Right. Okay. Elijah.
I was gonna say that they already knew, the only reason they made it because they knew that he was praying.
Say that one more time.
The only reason that they made the decree is because they already knew Daniel was praying.
They already knew, not that he was praying. They knew Daniel was going to pray. So they didn't just walking around and we see Daniel praying. No, remember, they were looking for anything and everything they could find against Daniel. Remember, they tricked King Darius into signing this law. Signing the law that you can't pray to your God for 30 days. So they knew what they were doing. They knew Daniel. They knew Daniel's faith in the Most High. They knew Daniel had a what kind of spirit?
The good spirit.
No. What kind of spirit? Excellent spirit. Daniel had an excellent spirit. So it wasn't by accident that they saw Daniel. They were looking for anything they could find. And they got it. Right?
Yeah.
Let's continue reading.
Verse 12. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed the decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions. The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes, and Persians, which altereth not. Okay,
so stop. Now they're coming at him. Now they find something against Daniel. And now they're coming to the king, like, King Darius, didn't you make a decree that nobody can pray to their God for 30 days? Didn't you do that? And didn't you sign, if somebody did, that they will be thrown into the lion's den? So the king still doesn't know. And the king's like, yeah, I did. Right? Continue.
Then answered they and said before the king that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah,
Regarded
not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his
petition
there 3 times a day.
Stop. So So they answered and they said, King, Daniel, the children of the captivity of Judah, he doesn't have respect for you. He doesn't have respect for you because he didn't listen to your decree. Matter of fact, not only did he not listen to your decree, but he prayed 3 times a day. Remember, that's why they reminded him. Max, sit down. That's why they reminded him, right? Didn't you sign this? And they reminded him, and then they told him, well, the one that you put in charge of everybody, right? He's not listening to it. He's praying 3 times a day, right? They're little tricksters, man. Remember the beginning though, they had jealousy. Continue.
Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him.
Stop. So the king, when he heard this, he was sad. The king wasn't happy. Remember, the king didn't know. The king thought it was a good idea to do this. He didn't remember that Daniel had an excellent spirit. He didn't remember that Daniel was faithful to the Most High. He didn't remember that. He didn't have time to think because he had all these presidents and princes in his ear, like, hey, they're making it seem like it was such a good idea. And now that they told the king that Daniel was not listening to him, to the law, he was not doing the law, now he knows that he has to throw Daniel in the lion's den. And he was sad. He was displeased with himself. He regretted ever signing anything. He was mad at himself. Can you imagine that? The king, he's like, continue.
Verse 16. Verse 15. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee.
Stop. They're telling, in verse 15, they're telling the king, you can't change it. It's done. You can't change it. They're telling the king it's done. They threw him. They're about to throw him. The king even knew. Remember, the king wasn't remembering. The king wasn't remembering about Daniel's excellent spirit and his faith, right? He wasn't remembering that Daniel worships the Most High, right? He wasn't remembering any of this. And they told him, you can't change it. I'm sure he thought in his head, like, man, I'm going to change it. But he knew he couldn't change it. And he told him, Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually. He said, he's telling them, who you always serve all the time, he will deliver thee. Imagine how much faith Daniel had in the Most High, that the Most High will always protect him and deliver him no matter what. Right? Even the king knew it. Right? Ashariah.
So you mean that the king, he felt bad about making this whole rule to say that everybody had to couldn't obey the Most High, right? So he got upset. He felt bad. Did he feel guilty?
He felt guilty.
Did he feel guilty because Daniel was standing up and showing no matter what, his faith couldn't be broken, and he was standing up for righteousness.
Oh, he sure did.
So it made him feel bad.
It did. It made him feel bad. It made him, I'm sure it even made him hate himself in that instance.
So did it make him want to be, maybe did Daniel's example make him want to be closer, make the king want to be closer to the Most High?
Okay. Daniel's example, right? So continue, verse 17.
Verse 17. And a stone was brought and laid up the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lord, that the proposed might not be changed concerning Daniel.
So yeah, they're throwing him into the lion's den and they're putting a stone so Daniel can't get out. Continue. Go ahead.
Then the king went to his
Palace
and
passed
passed the night
fasting.
Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went
From him.
from him.
Okay, so the king fasted. The king fasted, y'all. He was not happy. Remember, instruments of music, that would have been a joyous day, right? He was not happy. And it says his sleep went from him. He could not sleep. He could not sleep because what he signed, he couldn't change it. Even though he was king, he couldn't change it because others were looking at him. Right? He couldn't change it. He was so sad. He was regretting what he signed. He couldn't sleep. Continue. Read verse 19.
Verse 19. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions.
So the king got up in the morning, really, really early, and he ran. He ran all the way to the lion's den. Right? Read verse 20, Elijah.
Verse 20. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice and unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions?
So he went to Daniel. He went to Daniel. He said, "Oh Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions?" The king couldn't sleep. Right? So he ran. He went to go check. Right? Read verse 21, Noah.
Verse 21. Then said Daniel unto the king,
Ooh.
O king, live forever.
Daniel said what?
Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever.
Daniel said, remember, Daniel was all night in the lion's den. Daniel was all night. So imagine having all these big, old, hungry lions. Just like Mina said earlier, they eat meat. They will eat you up. He was in there all night with these lions. And then for the king ran to the den to check on Daniel. And Daniel responded. Read verse 22, Elijah.
Verse 22. My God has sent his angel
Ooh.
and has shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me.
Not hurt me.
For as much before thee, O king? Have I done no hurt?
So Daniel's saying, yes, my God rescued me. He shut up the lion's mouth. He sent an angel to shut up the lion's mouth. He said the Most High knew that I never did anything wrong against him, against the Most High. Nor, he's telling the king, nor have I done anything wrong against you. Right?
Gone.
So the king knew it was true because why? Why did he know that? Why did the king know that Daniel never did anything wrong against him?
Because he kept praying.
No.
Because he would let the lions eat him.
Not who wouldn't let the lions?
The Most High.
Right. Right. That's pretty amazing. Think of it in your little minds. You're surrounded by so many lions. So many lions. Right? And you're not hurt. You're not hurt, right?
Gone.
Elijah.
It was like when the king threw the 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in the pit, and they came out no burn marks on their clothes was not even damaged, and they didn't smell like smoke.
Even when
Right.
they turned up the heat.
Even when they turned up the fire. That is right. Read verse 23, Elijah.
Verse 23. There was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded them that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God.
Ooh, stop. So the king was like, get him out of there. Get him out of there now. And they didn't find nothing on him. No scratch, no bite mark, no nothing on him. Because the Most High was protecting him. See, it wasn't Daniel. It wasn't Daniel that protected himself. It was the Most High that protected him. Wake up. Wake up. It was the Most High. Ezekiel, put your head up. That protected him because of Daniel's excellent spirit. Ezekiel, wake up. Put your head up. Right? Okay, sit over here. It was his excellent spirit. How faithful, how much faith he had in the Most High. That even when they threw him in the lion's den, the Most High protected him. Right? The lions didn't hurt him. The king said, take him up out of there. So again, what did Daniel have?
Faith in the Most High.
What did Daniel have altogether?
Faith in the Most High.
And then what did he stand up for?
Righteousness.
Was it wickedness?
No.
No what? He stood up for
Righteousness.
Okay. But how did he stand up for righteousness? Jada.
By believing in the book. By praying to the Most High.
By praying to the Most High, but when?
But
Hold on, let her answer it. You got it. Because Daniel always prayed to the Most High. But how did he stand up for righteousness?
he prayed 3 times a day.
But what did the king do? That they said, what did the king sign?
The paper.
What did the king sign?
The paper that you can't pray for 30 days.
For 30 days, right? So Daniel stood up for righteousness because he was like, that's not going to happen. He was being an example. Right? Khan. And who does this remind you of? I know Elijah said the 3 men. But who else does this remind you of?
I know.
Go ahead.
David and Goliath.
Ooh. But how does it remind you of David and Goliath?
He stood up for righteousness
How?
by slaying Goliath.
By slaying, but when nobody what?
Fought him.
Right, because they were all what?
Scared.
They were all
They were all looking at his appearance, but not his face.
yeah, and they were what? Scared, right? Who else does this remind you of? Mina.
I agree with Noah. Like,
Okay, but who else? Jada. Who else does this remind you of?
Colorful coat.
But who was the colorful coat about?
Joseph.
Joseph. Okay, so it reminds you of Joseph, but how? You see, how does it remind you of? Hold on, let Jada answer, and then I'll call on y'all.
The pit with no water.
Okay, Khan, right? Take your finger out of your mouth. Was Joseph scared?
No.
Did he get angry with his brothers?
Yes.
No, he wasn't angry. He was sad. Did he get revenge on his brothers?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Noah.
He was sad because they sent him with the Amalekites. Or the Ishmaelites? Yeah, the
Ishmaelite. That's right. Who else does this remind you of? Caleb. Okay, but don't raise your hand.
Was he Yahushai?
Yahweh Shai, God, right? So I want to do this. I want y'all to pay attention to me. Look at me.
Sit down.
Yeah, go ahead and sit down. Wait, here. Noah and Elijah. Come here real quick. Get this, put that right there. Get this, put that right there. Elijah, you're going to dump this orange when I tell you to. Noah, put it right here. Put it right here, buddy. No, you're going to dump this orange into a different glass when I tell you to. Mina, scoot down, please. Come here, Noah. But dump it in, but you're going to put it in there very slowly, okay? So before we do this, I want y'all to look at the oranges, right? One's peeled and one's not peeled, right? Look at it. And I want you to think of the story that we just went over, right? I want y'all to think, but yes, Daniel stood up for righteousness, but when Daniel stood up for righteousness, the Most High protected him, right? The Most High protected him because he had so much faith in the Most High. Let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. Leave the paper there, Max. The Most High will protect you. If you stand up for righteousness, the Most High will protect you. Even no matter what you go through, come here. No matter what you go through, the Most High will always protect you. It may seem scary, just like Daniel being thrown into the lion's den. He knew. But he also knew, let's pay attention, he also knew that no matter what, the Most High will always, always protect him. No matter how scary it looks. Elijah, throw that one in the water. Look, pay attention. Slowly, I said. It does not slowly. Okay. Look at the orange. Who can tell me what happened to that orange? Mina.
It went down.
It went all the way down. Right?
Yes.
It went all the way down. Now Noah, slowly put that orange. Did it go down?
No. It's floating.
It's floating. Even though it's surrounded by all that water. Just like we're surrounded by all this evilness. Right? It's still floating as we sit. That's crazy, right? Now looking at that, I want y'all to picture, I want y'all to think. The peel on this orange is like the Most High's protection. The Most High, no matter what you go through, the Most High will keep you safe. He will not let you drown. Get it. He will not forsake you. But if you forget about the Most High, and if you don't stand up for righteousness, and you don't have faith in the Most High, and you're not following His law, statutes, and commandments, He's gonna go get it. What do you think will happen, Mina? Yeah, I mean, you might not die, but that's all up to the Most High. But you won't be protected. Just like the peel on this orange protects it, just like the peel on the orange protects it, Max, so does the Most High. You all have a protection on y'all. The Most High's protection. Don't ever take it off. Keep on fighting. No matter what. No matter if they say, I'm going to throw you in with lions. Or I'm going to sell you. Or I have to fight a giant. No matter how scary it looks like. Or how scared you might be. Always remember one thing. The Most High will protect you if you stand up for righteousness. The Most High will protect you. The Most High is your covering. Sit down, Aslan. Khan? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and set up some prayers. Bring me the cups, please. No. Go stand over there. Let's set up some prayers, okay? Shh. Go stand over there. Ready? Come here, Aslan. Go ahead, Elijah.
Abanawa.
Shemashmaya.
Kodash.
Hayam.
Shabka. Yahweh. Lakwatka.
Zaika. Haya. Hawa. Hashmaya. Yawam. Basalat Noah. Kawat Noah. Kasalak Noah. Hawati Noah.
as the